Hey there, dear Spellweaver community, and welcome to a special video in terms of Spellweaver. Today, we are going to cover the Masters, Spellweaver Masters number 32. Yeah, Spellweaver Masters 32, a specific game, and that would be the game between JeniecSzuji and Duall. Now, JeniecSzuji has a YouTube channel, and he decided for, I think, 3 Masters in a row, not too sure, maybe 2, maybe 3 Masters in a row, he decides to record the games that he plays in Masters and upload all of those games in one go onto the tubes of you. However, he doesn't commentate over it, which kind of sucks a little bit, but at least we get a little bit more Masters content this way. And the reason why I want to cover this game or shoutcast this game is because the cruelest of techs, you see that right here, right now on your screen. He said, geez, that match versus Duall. And that is reason enough for me to give this game a little bit of a shoutcast, because if it has the cruel tech seal of approval, then that game has to be something. And of course, Duall, you know, the first person that I really loved in Spellweaver was Zmoon, because he played, he didn't play anything that was in the meta. He came up with pretty interesting decks, but for some reason Zmoon, like for 5 Masters or 6, maybe even 10 Masters in a row, you haven't heard anything from this guy, so maybe he abandoned Spellweaver for now, which sucks. Second guy that I really love is Book, because that guy actually ran a little bit of a vampires list in one of the Masters, so that put him up in my spot. But not right now. My favorite player in the game is probably Duall, because he came up with that Rage Dominion deck. So Duall, definitely a bro. JeniecSzuji, definitely a bro for uploading his perspective of Masters. Many more people should do this, so we can actually get like some exciting games going. So yeah, this game, as I've stated, is also available. Link is in the description below if you want to watch all of JeniecSzuji's games from Masters number 32. And this one is the first game from Masters 32 from JeniecSzuji and Duall. If I remember correctly, the Fuzz and Album, they spectated one game between 2 newbies, which was definitely a pretty good game though. Was a pretty good best of 3. But they missed out on this, and these two are gonna duke it out. We're gonna have the Polish version right here from Spellweaver, but shouldn't be a problem because we all know the cards. So, obviously we're only gonna be able to see JeniecSzuji's hand, but I guess we can deal with that. So, what he plays is Broken Scarabs, a Yidix, Whitix, Kamsian deck, Sack Aggro with Enoch, which apparently he's gonna play first, and Energy Souls. Yeah, I ran that. Okay, now I know where Energy Souls come from. So shout out to JeniecSzuji. I forgot that in the last conquest that I played. So there we go. It all falls into place now. Now Duall doesn't play his Rage Dominion this time. He has Heal Million, probably could be Knights, but it's probably Heal Million. Soldiers, from the looks of things, could be blue soldiers, could be red soldiers, but blue soldiers obviously would make more sense. Maybe mono order soldiers even. And then we have an Enoch deck for him as well. So let's check this out. We're gonna start off, and yeah, JeniecSzuji goes for the Sack Aggro deck against whatever Enoch deck Duall brings. The thing is also, by the way, he uploads these things without any sound. Yeah, so I'm gonna come up with something. So, for JeniecSzuji in his hand, we have an Undead Necromancer, and we also have the Stallion, which is pretty damn interesting. And it's Corruption Dominion. Goes for the Zombie Legionnaire first. And obviously it's Sack Aggro, so we can expect a lot of cheap creatures. Maybe like a little bit of a zombie list. Overwhelming Forces. Jesus Christ, dude. And yeah, lots of sacking, obviously. So he could get rid of 1 Gladiator. Not sure if you would want to use that Stronghold Metropolis for a level. Depends on how many he has in the deck, obviously. We don't know that. Yeah, I think that would be the best card to get rid of, actually, because it's a long shot until you can actually play this. So probably level, probably 1 Gladiator, I would assume. Okay, goes for card draw. Giara. Oh yeah, so it's Order Dominion. Yeah, I remember. That was an Enoch deck actually. That was like a long time ago, where I also still have that list. So now it's a little bit refined, and Stallion, Nightmare Stallion, is a pretty good addition to that. And it's an Azaris card back, by the way. I haven't seen that so far. That's pretty cool. Okay, so goes for level with the Metropolis. Sparks into the Stallion. Okay. I've never seen this, by the way. Okay, he grabs the 1, the 0. That's also a Giara. Okay, so... No, wait, no. It can't be the exact... Oh, okay, it's Hate Bears. Never mind. Duall going for Hate Bears, but with Giara. That's kind of interesting. Invokes the Nightmare Stallion. Goes straight into the Abhorrent Ghoul and deals with that nonsense. We also have a crab on the board. He could play another Gladiator. Depends on if Duall has creature removal or not. So I guess he assumes that he has, because there would be a little bit of a slave rebellion going on if he would play another one. And Duall happens to have like some removal, which he could have. Obnoxious Tombs could be a thing. For Hate Bears. Hate Bears with Giara, however. That's really weird, I gotta say. Nah, but we're gonna see how it turns out. So it goes for Mausoleum. And apparently he has a 1-level creature. Probably gets rid of the Gladiator, I would assume. But the good thing is Gladiator and Crab, they both kill them, but both kill each other, usually. And drops that 1/1 Infected Survivor. And goes in for 1 beat with the Crab. But so far, I would say the upper hand is definitely for JeniecSzuji. Also, even though if he goes like... If he has -1 HP compared to Duall. But still, the cards that he has... We don't know what Duall has, obviously. But just from the looks of things, I would say that Jeniec is definitely ahead. Also happens to get Reanimate, so we can get Nightmare Stallion back as well. Could go for Assassinate, which is a card that usually no one runs. Well, I would assume since he has Corruption, he also runs Obnoxious Fumes and stuff like that. Just that didn't have the chance or the luck to draw it yet. Undead Necromancer would be a good pick. Yup. Would make that 2/2 1-speed deadly. And, of course, runs the Stallion into the Survivor. If he wouldn't have done that, Duall would have just blocked with it. And the next Gladiator enters the field. Also, still means to remove everything from Duall with Assassinate. And also, if Duall somehow gets rid of that Nightmare Stallion, he can just use Reanimate and get that thing back. Not sure if Nightmare Stallion's effect is a play boost though. Well, it's an invoke thing. So yeah, I guess it's a spell. So can you even play it? Not sure. Not sure. Haven't really played with the new cards yet. Gonna have to wait until next Masters and until some more deck opportunities arise. And Tidal Wave. Definitely good that Nature now has something that is of value. And it also gives more interaction with the support line and the front line, because there are not many cards that really use that whole meme. And I think Duall also wants to make sure that he somehow gets rid of that Undead Necromancer. The problem is, from the looks of things, he doesn't really have that yet. The only thing you could run into that is the Crab, but that obviously wouldn't make much sense. And 3 HP is gonna be a little bit hard for Hate Bears, I would assume. And apparently he is channeling his inner Hall-Y'all, or Stall-Y'all in that case now. But yeah, Mr. Cruel Tech, nothing out of the ordinary just yet. We have... I don't even know how they are called, to be honest. But, the new zombies, the Invoke zombies, I think it's if you take damage, you can invoke them. They come in as a... Was it 2 HP, 1 damage, 3 speed? I think so. You can also invoke them right from the graveyard if they happen to be in the graveyard and you take damage. You can also invoke them there. Flesh Sculpture. Yeah, Jeniec is looking pretty good now. Put the Crab on the back line, because he could have easily killed that off with the Necromancer now. Probably also gonna get the Stallion into the front line. Yeah, okay, it's 1 HP, 2 damage. That's what it was. And of course 3 speed. Totally forgot the name though. And sorry, but I don't read Polish. I don't have that shit in me. And there it goes. The Invoke. For the Zombuls, 3 speed, nonetheless. But, I was about to say, he could easily kill off the Flesh Sculpture now. But of course he has the Stallion. So he can counterblock that. And, he can also use Assassinate. Apparently that's an instant spell. I think that's what it says. I think spell is like a shorter word for on the card text in Polish. Pretty sure about that. Elvish Champion gets both triggers and kills off the Flesh Sculpture. Not because Assassinate on the crab. Oh yeah, on the crab, and then changes it with the Stallion. Nothing happens, so crisis avoided. Wouldn't be too. Well, it would have been a little bit bad because you would have lost 1 creature and the Stallion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't reincarnate the Stallion. It's probably a spell. Invocation spell. So nothing on the graveyard really to get, I would say. Shrine into Shrine, not the best hand at the moment. Could reincarnate the Gladiator or... Okay, he actually invoked something. Oh god. Reincarnates a Gladiator. Really? Would you want to do that? Or even that? Is that worth it? Oh, well, it's deadly. Okay, sacks it. Okay. I can get behind that. Kills off the Elvish Champion. Kills off the crab. Kills off the zombie. And that's board clear for JeniecSzuji. And Duall has a little bit of trouble to get back from that, I would assume. Crab obviously is still on the board. Comes back 1 more time since it has 1 additional energy left. 3 cards for both players in hand. So about the same options, but it's not too hard to get a better hand than the one that Jeniec currently has. Like basically used reincarnate to get like 1 zombie legionnaire from the Flesh Sculpture, but that's about it. Oh, Master Hunter deals with the Flesh Sculpture, survives also, the good old crap right here. And the 3 speeds in the range is gonna get removed by the Nightmare Stallion, never mind. Yeah, it only deals 3 damage. And you realize that, so Master Hunter goes on the support line right now. Let's see what he draws into. Yeah, okay, that also deals with the Master Tactician. That's... Or does he want to invoke? Reincarnate something? I mean, Devious Plot on the Tactician sounds pretty good. On the Tactician, on the Master Hunter, of course. Yeah, do you want to lose your Undead Necromancer is the question right here. I mean, apparently he does. I'm not sure. Maybe Devious Plot on Master Hunter and Zombie Legionnaire? Seems fair. Could wait 1 additional turn with the Undead Necromancer to buff it with Enoch ability if he happens to draw a card. Or a creature. Or do you reincarnate now for like a Slave Gladiator or something? Seems a little bit of a waste. But I mean, help them out once. Tremendously. Why not not the Gladiator, because he decided to get the Zombie Legionnaire. And of course, okay, that works. Goes for Flesh Sculpture, loses his Necromancer, but... Oh wait, he doesn't. Never mind. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Totally misread that. But yeah, it also gets rid of the Might Emblem that was on the crab. Obviously, Flesh Sculpture goes on the back line. Never know what... Or doesn't. So I was about to say, you never know what happens next. But it seems to be like a lost cause for Duall. JeniecSzuji seems to have this game by the balls. Apparently he's contemplating using Devious Plot, decides against it. Not an instant spell, however. So you have to keep that in mind. So 7 mana, 3 cards. Does Duall have anything to get back into the game now? Doesn't look like it, from the looks of things. But we have seen people recover from worse than that. And the thing is, he does have lethal on the board, actually. Yeah. 1 damage over lethal, and Duall resigns. Okay, Was nothing too spectacular right there. Now we have game match. Game ball for JeniecSzuji against Duall between these two. And this is keepable, I would say. I would keep that. Hold on, did he redraw? And basically get the exact same hand? Okay, he went for redraw and basically got the exact same hand that we had before. Okay, that's even better actually though, because he has 2 chalices now. Okay, that's a little bit better. Broken Scarab against Hate Bears, I would assume. So let's see how this goes. And there's the Pegasus Regiment, so you basically have all your win conditions. The only thing that is left now is an Order Shrine, and you are good to go. Goes for the Stronghold for level into the Spoiled Aristocrat, and probably next turn another mana for the... well, not necessary. You could go up 1 aspect and then just spark in for the Shadow Step Assassin. However, probably... nah. No, would be a bad idea. Would be a pretty bad idea, in fact. Because our good old friend, the Death Curse Shaman, would deal with both. Yeah, he would have to run, since it's exhausted, he would have to run Aristocrat into it, or he just blocks with the Aristocrat, and then uses his ability to finish off Shadow Step Assassin. Why? I mean, yeah, you get 1 mana from the Scarab, but that's a little bit weird. Alright then. Power Lost Incarnate also. That's a thing that people now play with ponies. Nope. Why ever the fuck that happened, I'm not sure. And the Abhorrent Ghoul is out for Duall. We have another Spoiled Aristocrat that could easily deal actually with the Abhorrent Ghoul. Just has to go 1 more mana and you can play both this turn. It doesn't have to. You can play that now. But goes for card draw. Would sack. Maybe Regiment, I was about to say. Maybe the... Okay, wouldn't have to start that. Probably searches for his Order Shrine right now, which he doesn't seem to get. Gets a Skill Shrine, probably for another Dominion level? If he runs Cataclysm, sure. Other than that, doesn't really make sense. Shadow Step, however, is on the field. Question is, does he have Obnoxious Tombs? He has Symbol of Growth. Well, gets 5 damage through at least. Now 4 damage. No, wait, 5. Yeah, 5 damage. And does he get the Shooting Sprouts? Okay, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I totally forgot about that. I always use it for the Shooting Sprout, never to destroy like an artifact, but gets rid of Cloning Vat, so yeah, okay. I can get behind this. Double Dominion level, 2 Chalice out, and now he only needs 1 more Order level, so I would assume that he has Cataclysm if he goes for 2 Dominion levels, or Dominion aspects, because otherwise it wouldn't make any ding-dong damn sense. Wall in the North. Probably gonna play that. Goes up for 1 more mana. Another Chalice. Jesus, there's no need to be jealous, my friend. So yeah, I would say just dump this hand on the board. Aside from the Regiment, because you can't play that. But yeah, why not Wall? Gonna protect you. There you go. That's a good boy. Doesn't attack, obviously. Now the crabs have to go for the Wall. Yeah, you might want to hold on to that Pegasus. But maybe it wasn't a good decision, actually, to get rid of his entire hand, because it is still Corruption, so there's a good chance that he runs Mesmerizing Spirit in Hate Bears, because, you know, it's a great card overall. And if you run Corruption and Hate Bears, anything that requires Corruption, why not splash in a Mesmerizing Spirit? 1 card, enemy discards 1 card on hand is pretty damn good in my book. So 5 cards now, definitely card advantage for Duall. Way more options than JeniecSzuji at this point. Question is, how is he gonna proceed with the Swamp God Emissary and the Death Curse Shaman? That's pretty good. And we have a Scarab. Not really a card that you want to discard, but you also don't really get card draw. You get 1 mana. That's a thing. Okay, gets rid of the regiment, doesn't hit the shrine. That's kind of sucks. But he go... Okay, it goes for card. And there it is. There is the Order Shrine, the thing that he so desperately needed. He could vampirically touch something, but that attack just is not gonna go through. I'm pretty sure he wants to keep that emissary. Just like one crab deals with it. Okay, goes for 2 damage. It seems counterintuitive because he just gets 3 life next turn, or this turn. Not sure about that, but okay, he gets the Scarab out. And next turn, I would assume he uses it for level, because at some point you definitely want to make sure that you get that corruption level going. 2, 3, 4, so not enough. Oh no, wait, it's exactly enough to kill the wall. Problem is he can swap out one attacker with the Scarab. The Spore Shepherd goes for 2 target emblems on on the crabs. Alright. Obviously has to attack into the wall. And he doesn't use... Okay, he uses the energy for the Swamp God Emissary. Makes sense. Wall is dead. And we are gonna get some spores out. We're gonna get some shooting sprouts out. With the Spore Shepherd. I fucking love this. I love Spore Shepherd. It's great. It's just awesome. And he sacks the first one. Gets a crab back as well. It's great. And of course he has a little bit of mana left. So, oh, and there is the regiment right away. That's a pretty lucky draw. And he can use this. He can utilize it right away. Drank out of 1 chalice. Still has, can get 6 HP. A little bit more now with the regiment, obviously. But gets 5 Pegasi in the air. But it's going to be a little bit of damage coming in. But he can easily block that, obviously, with the regiment. If he also would have had the sculpture right there. Another zombie legionnaire. Why the hell not? Alright. Let's see what Duall has against this. Pretty good match so far. Not one-sided at all. Anything can happen. I definitely like this. That sucks. That hurts. Landslide against both chalices. And they both had 3 energy on themselves. Not something you want to see. Buffs up the shooting sprouts even more. Goes face with the other one, I would assume. Not with the Swamp God Emissary, maybe, if you want to keep it. But yeah, they have reach, so why not? And he needs to run 3 Pegasi into 1 plant to actually kill it. Which is a problem. And he doesn't get much. Yeah, you get more value out of that because... Oh, okay. Well, he gets like 4 energy. Otherwise, if those 3 chalices were on the field right now, he would have been able to sip for 12 HP. Oh wait, the other one both had 3 energy, so he would have... If he would have drank out of all of those 3 chalices, he would have been able to get up for 18 HP. 18! Jesus Christ. But it seems to be pretty lost. Actually also drops the chalice. They are like way gone now. Bottom 5 cards of his deck, so he has to shuffle a little bit more next turn as well if he wants to get... If he wants a chance to see those chalice again. Okay, gets rid of the Master Hunter. No more reach, which doesn't really make much of a difference. Drops the wall. Sips out of that 1 chalice that is still left. And yeah, the problem still remains on the board, and the problem is called Spore Shepherd. And I'm pretty sure the creatures can easily deal with that wall. Maybe I don't really want to go... Maybe like run all plants into it? Not too sure. Maybe this... Yeah, the crabs definitely. Goes for Elvish Champion. And grows that plant even more. Symbol of growth. Onto that plant for 8 damage. 9 HP, 8 damage. Why not? Okay, Spore Shepherd into the wall. Not really sure because he can freeze it. So I wouldn't really do that because he can just use the Pegasus. Okay, goes haywire. If he blocks with 1, that's still not enough, so that thing is gonna go down. And that plant is gonna just trample right over that wall. Okay, also attacks with the Emissary. And I'm pretty sure... now it's a little bit... No, wait, it's only symbol of growth. Only, quote-unquote, symbol of growth on the plant. So I would still freeze the Spore Shepherd to maybe get rid of this guy. Keep some blockers back. Yeah, definitely attack with the plant that you buff, because that makes sense. But yeah, as I've stated, like, it makes the most sense to just freeze the Spore Shepherd. So that deals with the Emissary. That landslide, though. Like, creature removal from nature is just garbage. But this one just came at the right time. And he actually freezes the plant. The madman. It's not that big of a problem. I mean, it only has 1 Might Emblems, and... Oh well. Deals with the next challenge. And another challenge is gone, and I think that's pretty much game for Duall. Unless he draws a Cataclysm. Pegasus Regiment might help. It stalls just a little bit. But of course it sucks tremendously because you don't have a chalice out and you don't really gain anything out of those Pegasi. And gets another double play boost. Elvish Champion sacks that one. I think it was a Venerated Unicorn. Goes face. Have fun blocking that. I think that's pretty much lethal at this point. Or is it? I mean, it sucks either way because he doesn't have chalice out, as I've stated. No, okay, it's not lethal. But yeah, he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 6 energy for 1 chalice right there. Deals with the Emissary as well. But next turn is gonna be lethal city population is gonna be JeniecSzuji. Draws the skill shrine that doesn't... okay, forgot. It's Yitix, Ytix, Kamsian. Helm of Dominion. What you're gonna get. I mean, that Spore Shepherd is still gonna... Yeah, the plants are still gonna be buffed. Okay, sacks it. Makes sense. Okay. If that is gonna be a comeback, that would be hilarious, but... I can't see him coming back from that, or recovering from that, because he only has 1 creature to block, which is a Scarab, which is not too bad, but... There's the resign. Okay. Okay, was a pretty good game. But still nothing out of the ordinary, so, you know, I have my eye on you, Mr. Cruel Tech. It's hard to impress this guy, so probably we're gonna see some pretty ridiculous stuff right here. We have Duall on Heal Million, I would assume. Heal Million Priests. And JeniecSzuji, obviously, he won the first game, so he goes right back in with that Chalice and Pegasi deck. And a pretty good draw at the beginning. With those low-cost creatures. Probably gonna go for a mana and then a Scarab, I would assume. He's also able to play the Aristocrat then. But a little bit of an issue, it seems, for JeniecSzuji to actually get Order Shrines. Goes for the Skill Shrine, and, okay, Wall. Also pretty good. Maybe, like, toss away that Cataclysm, because that's gonna take some time until you can actually play this. Maybe even goes, yeah, for the Powerlust Incarnate. Why not? Another Skill Shrine, the next one. The Assassin's Guild. Which is gonna help out with the Shadow Step Assassin. So we're gonna see some interactions with that, I would say, when the first creature of Duall hits the board, which is probably gonna be now. It's Wisdom Order, so there's probably gonna be a Soluxio in there, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good against the Pegasi deck. And Wisdom Order Rage. What doesn't fit in there? I would say Rage. With her million. So it's not Heal Million Priests. Huh. Did they even... Yeah, I think... Wasn't Duall in the final also? In the final match? I think he was. But I can't recall... I don't recall that Order Wisdom Rage deck. Kind of interesting, though. Now we're gonna see. We're also gonna see if JeniecSzuji is gonna go for another level with that skill shrine and use like the assassin skill to get rid of that Frost Elemental. Could be. Could also toss one Cataclysm, go for an Order Shrine, go up one level, and just, yeah, that would make more sense. Just go for the Bloodseeking Mutant, because, you know, 0 damage from the water elemental then. But apparently he doesn't like that idea. There's the Chalice. Okay, tosses that Cataclysm, gets a Valley. And the Cloning Vat. Huh. Okay. That also works. But I mean, if he would have played like the Bloodseeking Mutant now, he would have had another creature on the board as well. Sounds kind of good to me. And of course, that's the value engine right there. The Cloning Vat into Stronghold Metropolis. 0 mana to sacrifice a creature. Pretty good. Only level 1 creatures, but that's everything that you get out of a Cloning Vat in the first place. Oh, Dragon Assault! The first time I see Dragon Assault. Nice. Deals with the board. Sweet. Sweet play, Duall. Very good. Down to 8 HP, however, so a little bit of a problem right there, and usually the Pegasi Chalice deck doesn't have problem gaining life, obviously. The first Chalice is gonna be placed now. There it is. And, wow. Oh no, yeah, I remember this. That's like the multi-color deck for Duall. I think that actually also runs ponies. Chicken, which obviously makes sense. So you have Swift, Deadly, Wisdom you need in order to play, and I think Lifebound for Chicken. Yeah, I think Rage was Swift, Corruption was Deadly, Wisdom in order to play it, and Order for Lifebound. I think that was the thing. Nature was Flying? Oh, Path to Transcendence. Draws a card from the Sunblessed Emissary as well. And he is putting it under it. I mean, yeah, no pressure for him so far. Takes a zip from the Chalice. There's another Scarab that is probably going to be nerfed soon. So, play and enjoy this thing as long as it lasts, because it's not going to last much longer anymore. Decides to buff it, which is a wise decision. Power Lusting Current is a 1-speed 4/4, by the way, now. Pretty good. Tortured Orc hits the field. Probably going to sack it. Doesn't have to, though. Maybe he keeps it for now. For 1 turn, why not? Keeps the Assassin's Guild, obviously, to go up 1 Dominion level in case if he has to use Cataclysm. And also keeps the Shadow Step Assassin for Assassin's Guild, so he has means to remove stuff. Good old JeniecSzuji. Oh, the cool thing with Path and Chicken is you can attack with Chicken right away because it's Swift, thanks to the Rage level that he has, and then he can just put it on the Path and get it out with the Might Emblem later on. And it's Swift again then. That's actually pretty good. But it seems to take a long time, because right now Duall is not in a good position. 2 creatures on the board, one that gets beefier every turn, he goes up 1 mana. And of course, like the value engine for, or the card draw engine, I should say, that he has established with the Cloning Vat. Cloning Vat and Stronghold Metropolis. So, 7 cards, so a little bit of a card advantage, however, for Duall, so let's see if he has an answer. Definitely gonna be tough to deal with this, though. That's for sure. So he, once again, channels his inner Stall, goes for New Horizons. Is there another level? Oh, there is. I guess maybe Nature, yeah. Uses the Trigon. There is the Chicken. 1/5. I think it's also ranged now, because otherwise that attack wouldn't make any ding-dong damn sense. But comes into the play as a 2/6 once it is under... Oh, ranged Deadly. Yeah, it comes in as a 2/6 right after Path to Transcendence is dealt with. And there is the Grow for the Scarab, which doesn't mean much because it's that Chicken is ranged Deadly now. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color deck, by the way, for JeniecSzuji that he brought into Masters. That's that's brave and awesome. I love this guy. So Enchained Soul uses Stronghold Metropolis gets out the 1/3 Spoiled Aristocrat, maybe? Yeah, you could, yeah, I was about to say, could play one of that just to get the Aristocrat ready. 4 HP for Duall. I guess, I would assume that he has to go for... Yeah, he definitely has to get the Path to Transcendence out now. He has to use it. Otherwise, he's just dead this turn. Would be interesting to see how much removal he has, though. Because with Fire Blast, he could survive. But I think he has every aspect or every level that he needs now. And the cool thing, the awesome thing is, like, he can just activate Path to Transcendence now and attack with Dragon Assault. Dragon Assault. Another Dragon Assault. Board clear. Goes out with the Path to Transcendence. 1 HP left. And there is no ping damage to the face that Order or Dominion has. And I don't think they have any trample damage as well. There is Namir's Blessing, a card draw. Ouch. Ouch. That's a 6 damage chicken. A protected 6 damage chicken. Oh boy, how are you gonna deal with that? Can he Bloodseeking Mutant into Vampiric Touch? Can you target the chicken with Vampiric Touch now? I'm not sure. Takes a zip. Gave him like 5 HP, I think. Or can you hit it with Assassin's Guild? I think he's contemplating Cataclysm now. But 1 HP, oh my god, that's scary. Okay, he goes up 1 Dominion level. And I think he's using Cataclysm. Okay, okay. Crisis avoided. That 6 damage chicken is off the board. Ooh, boy. But no mana to play anything else. Since he up. But yeah, you know, that's the value right there. That's the value. I think he's looking at it right now. 1 HP, you freaking bastard. There's another chicken. Solemn Prayer, the next chicken. 10 damage incoming. Oh my boy. Oh my boy. And Tireless March for the chicken. Oh boy. Dual. Oh god. And he looked at that 1 damage prior. JeniecSzuji looked at that 1 oh boy. Oh my god. Dual. That was awesome. That was legit. That was legit. Okay, so yeah, that got the seal of approval from Cruel Attack, and I can definitely see why right there, because that was hilarious and kind of silly at the same time. Not sure if that was actually deserved from Duall, because that was kind of redonkulous, but still, that was awesome. That was really cool. That's just the frickin'... It's a 4-color deck. Nature, Rage, Corruption, Order, Wisdom. Chickens, basically. Chickens is like the cornerstone of this. Healmillion or Hermillion definitely helped out with that. Without the help of Hermillion, maybe you would have won, because it's only 1 more damage. But the problem is, of course, as I've stated, like Order, Dominion doesn't have any ping damage to the face in the first place. You would have to run Rage in order to utilize that. And also, of course, it goes for life gain, that deck, but he had pretty good control overall, Duall, but that was really intense. That was really intense. Great game, obviously. If you want to watch this whole thing in its entirety, like all the other games that JeniecSzuji played, as I've stated, the link to this game and to everything else, to all the other games, is gonna be in the description below. So definitely check that out. And if you, by the way, if anyone like also happens to stalk JeniecSzuji's YouTube videos, then definitely let me know if there is another, or just JeniecSzuji, just, you know, message me on Discord and say, hey, you know, I had a cool game right there. Just jump on the YouTube video to, like, I don't know, 50 minutes or something, and just, you know, it's as good as, and if it's as good as this game was, then definitely hit me up, and I'm definitely gonna accompany over that. I'm gonna be JeniecSzuji's personal shoutcaster, I guess. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. And I'll see you in the next Spellweaver related video. And congrats again, by the way, and or not congrats, but thanks to JeniecSzuji for posting this, and thanks to JeniecSzuji and Duall and to Spellweaver, to IFCO for giving us this awesome game. That was pretty cool.